Hey everyone, Al Roker here. I'm so glad you could join me today, because we're about to embark on a journey that affects every single one of us, every single day, no matter where you live or what you do. Whether you're heading out for work, planning a family picnic, or just deciding what to wear. The weather is always there, quietly shaping our choices and experiences. It's something we all have in common, and it's one of the few things that truly connects us as a community. Let's talk about why weather matters so much in our daily lives. Think about it. How many times have you checked the forecast before leaving the house? Maybe you've changed your plans because of a sudden downpour, or you've bundled up for an unexpected cold snap. The weather isn't just a backdrop, it's a key player in our routines, our safety, and even our moods. It influences what we eat, how we travel, and the way we spend time with loved ones. From the moment we wake up to the time we go to bed, the weather is always on our minds. It's not just small talk. Weather shapes our plans, keeps us safe, and connects us all. When we chat about the weather, we're really sharing a piece of our day, building bonds with neighbors, co-workers, and even strangers. It's a universal language that helps us relate to one another, no matter our background. And when severe weather strikes, it's the forecast that helps us prepare, protect our families, and look out for our communities. That's why staying informed isn't just helpful, it's essential. Farmers, pilots, and even weekend warriors rely on forecasts to make smart decisions. For a farmer, knowing when rain is coming can mean the difference between a good harvest and a tough season. Pilots depend on up-to-the-minute weather data to keep flights safe and on time. And for those of us who love a good hike or a day at the beach, a reliable forecast can help us make the most of our free time while staying safe. The weather impacts industries, economies, and our personal lives in ways we often take for granted. Over the next 2 weeks in the UK, we're in for a real mix. Rain, wind, maybe even a hint of early snow. That means it's more important than ever to stay updated so you can plan ahead and avoid any surprises. Whether you're commuting through the city, tending to your garden, or just hoping for a sunny weekend, knowing what's coming can make all the difference. We'll be tracking the changes together, so you'll always be one step ahead of the weather. We'll break down the GFS model, so you'll know exactly what to expect. I'll walk you through how meteorologists use advanced technology and data to predict everything from temperature swings to stormy skies. You'll get a behind-the-scenes look at how forecasts are made, and learn how to interpret the information for yourself. By understanding the science behind the forecast, you'll feel more confident and prepared, no matter what the weather throws your way. From winds and temperatures to the big drivers like the jet stream, I'll make it easy to follow. We'll explore how these forces shape the weather patterns we see every day, and why some days feel so different from others. You'll discover how global systems interact to create local conditions, and why a shift in the jet stream can mean a sudden change in your neighborhood. It's fascinating stuff, and I promise to keep it simple and engaging. By the end, you'll be ready for whatever Mother Nature throws your way. Whether it's rain, wind, or a surprise burst of sunshine, you'll have the knowledge and confidence to make the most of every day. So grab your umbrella, your sunglasses, or maybe even your snow boots. Let's dive in and see what the weather has in store for us. To really understand what's coming our way, we need to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Weather isn't just about what's happening outside your window right now. It's shaped by huge forces swirling above and around us, often thousands of miles away. Meteorologists use advanced technology, like satellites and computer models, to track these patterns and predict what's next. So, what's driving our weather this week? It all starts with high and low pressure systems, locked in a constant battle for control of our skies. These systems are like invisible giants, shaping the wind, rain, and sunshine we experience every day. High pressure usually means settled, calm weather, while low pressure brings clouds, wind, and rain. Right now, high pressure from the Atlantic is trying to keep things calm and settled, pushing in dry air and clearer skies. But at the same time, low pressure systems are gathering to the south and west, ready to sweep in with gusty winds and heavy rain. It's a tug of war that plays out above our heads, and the outcome affects everyone across the country. Early in the forecast period, it's the south of England that feels the brunt of this battle. Expect frequent showers, bursts of heavy rain, and blustery winds that make it feel much cooler than the thermometer suggests. If you're heading out, don't forget your umbrella and a sturdy jacket. Conditions could change quickly, with sudden downpours and gusts catching many off guard. Meanwhile, further north, Scotland and Northern Ireland enjoy a bit of a weather shield. high pressure lingers here, keeping skies brighter and drier for longer. It's a welcome break from the wet and windy conditions further south, with more sunshine and only the occasional passing shower. But as we move toward the end of October, that protective high pressure begins to weaken. The Atlantic's influence grows stronger, and low-pressure systems start to push in more forcefully. This shift means more unsettled weather is on the way, with cloudier skies and an increasing risk of rain spreading northwards. The result? The whole of the UK transitions into a much more changeable, mobile weather pattern. One moment you might see sunshine breaking through the clouds, and the next, a sudden shower sweeps through. It's a classic autumn mix, unpredictable, lively, and always keeping us on our toes. The Atlantic Ocean becomes the main player, sending a series of weather fronts racing from west to east. These fronts bring bands of rain, sometimes heavy, followed by brief spells of clearer, brighter weather. The cycle repeats, making it hard to predict exactly when you'll need your raincoat or sunglasses. So, for the next couple of weeks, it's wise to keep that umbrella handy and be prepared for anything. Calm, settled days will be few and far between, as the weather keeps shifting gears. Whether you're commuting, planning a walk, or just looking out the window, expect the unexpected. In short, the story of our weather right now is all about change. The next 2 weeks promise a lively mix of sun, rain, wind, and everything in between, so stay tuned, stay flexible, and keep an eye on the skies. Meet the jet stream, a high-speed river of air thousands of miles long that flows high above our heads and acts as the steering wheel for our weather. This invisible force, racing at speeds up to 200 miles per hour, shapes the very patterns of rain, wind, and sunshine we experience every day. It's like a superhighway in the sky, guiding storms, sunshine, and everything in between across the UK and beyond. At the moment, the jet stream is sitting just south of the UK. This position acts like an open door, allowing low-pressure systems to sweep in from the Atlantic. That's why the southern parts of the country are seeing more wet and windy weather, with rain-laden clouds rolling in and gusty winds battering the coastline. These low-pressure systems are responsible for the unsettled, blustery conditions many of us are experiencing right now. But the jet stream is always on the move. Soon, it's expected to shift northwards and flatten out, positioning itself directly over the UK. When this happens, it acts like a conveyor belt, rapidly moving weather systems across the country. This means we'll see weather changes happening much faster than usual. One moment it's raining, the next the sun is out, and then another band of clouds sweeps in. With the jet stream overhead, expect a real mix of weather, quick-moving bands of rain and bursts of sunshine, sometimes all in the same afternoon. You might find yourself reaching for an umbrella, then sunglasses, and then back to your raincoat, all before tea time. This rapid alternation is classic for the UK when the jet stream is in charge. The northward shift of the jet stream also means the entire country is now in the direct path of powerful Atlantic storms. These storms can bring heavy rain, strong winds, and dramatic changes in temperature, especially along western and northern coasts. It's a reminder of just how influential the jet stream is in shaping our daily weather. But there's a silver lining. With the jet stream sitting overhead, it acts as a buffer, preventing extreme cold from the north or intense heat from the south from reaching us. Instead, we get a more balanced, mild autumn, neither too chilly nor unseasonably warm. It's the kind of weather that calls for a light jacket and maybe a scarf, but nothing too dramatic. So, what can you expect? Classic autumn weather, average temperatures, plenty of wind, and frequent rain showers. Streets lined with fallen leaves, umbrellas at the ready, and that unmistakable blustery feel in the air. It's the sort of weather that defines the British autumn experience. For the next couple of weeks, the jet stream is the real puppet master, pulling the strings behind every weather change. Its position and strength will determine just how quickly our weather shifts, and how intense those changes will be. So, get ready for rapid swings. Clear skies giving way to sudden downpours, gusty winds turning calm, and temperatures that can rise or fall in a matter of hours. It's a dynamic, ever-changing pattern that keeps us all on our toes. In short, it's a true British autumn. Unpredictable, lively, and full of character, all thanks to our weather's high-speed highway in the sky. Wind will be a big story, especially early on. Southern England and Wales get strong southeasterly gusts, making umbrellas a challenge. Coastal areas, watch for choppy seas and big waves. Scotland and the north start calmer, but that changes as the jet stream moves in. Soon, everyone gets blustery southwesterly winds, gusts up to 50 mph in exposed spots. Wind chill will make it feel colder, so bundle up. Strong winds will mix the air, keeping frost at bay. Secure your garden furniture. Autumn's about to get lively. Perfect for kite flying, less so for calm strolls. Temperature-wise, it's a roller coaster. Early on, the south is cool and damp, the north is brighter but chilly at night. Watch for frost in rural Scotland. You'll need a jacket, but not your thickest coat yet. As Atlantic air arrives, everyone gets a bit milder. Mid-teens Celsius possible. Nights stay milder too, with less frost risk. The trade-off? Damp, breezy days instead of crisp, cold ones. No scraping windscreens, but you'll want a warm drink. Classic UK autumn, unpredictable, but rarely extreme. Rain is front and center, especially in the south to start. Expect heavy persistent rain in southern England and Wales, with a risk of local flooding. Scotland and Northern Ireland stay mostly dry and bright at first. The north-south split is the headline for week 1. Next week, rain spreads everywhere as Atlantic fronts sweep in. Rain becomes more showery and intermittent. Wet spells, then brief sun, then more rain. Western areas get the most. East sees less. But no one escapes entirely. Plan outdoor activities around the forecast. Dry spells will be short. Keep that umbrella close. It's unsettled, classic autumn weather. The big question? Snow? Only for the highest Scottish peaks. Most of the UK stays too warm for snow. It's rain for nearly everyone. The Cairngorms and Highlands might see a dusting early on. By week 2, milder Atlantic air ends even that chance. Snow in late October isn't rare for Scottish mountains, but the rest of us will have to wait. For now, keep the snow shovels stored and focus on rain gear. Winter's real snow is still a ways off. Let's demystify the lifted index, or LI, a measure of how likely the air is to rise and form storms. Positive LI means stable skies, negative means a risk of thunderstorms. For the next 2 weeks, LI stays mostly positive, so stable, steady rain, not explosive storms. Occasionally a cold front might nudge LI closer to 0, bringing a heavier shower or a rumble of thunder, mainly in the west and south. But the risk of severe thunderstorms is very low. The main story is wind and rain from big systems, not pop-up storms. So, raincoats and umbrellas, not lightning shelters. The lifted index says, no big storm drama ahead. Here's your 2-week weather cheat sheet. We start with a north-south split, wet and windy in the south, drier and brighter up north. As November begins, the jet stream brings unsettled, windy and milder weather for all. Frost risk drops, but so does sunshine. Expect more cloud and dampness. Main hazards, wind and rain, especially in the west and south. Snow stays on the Scottish peaks. Thunderstorms are unlikely. Stay updated, conditions will change quickly. Plan for wet, windy days, but enjoy the milder temps. That's your UK weather outlook, ready for anything autumn throws at you.